Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to part 2 of our mini tutorial series for surviving Mars. In the last episode we landed on Mars and we got some basic resource gathering set up. We've got some metal, we've got some concrete and we've got some electricity. Before we really move on with the game, I've seen a few people have a little bit of trouble with drones and their RC transports and things like that. So we're going to go over a few of the things that you can do with them and really sort of dive into how they work, okay? First of all, your ship itself will have some drones with it. You'll see down here that there are 6 for our one. This may be more, this may be less for you. It might be none completely, but that's fine. Either way, we're going to have some drones on the planet somewhere. They really are the workhorses. We also have here a RC rover. And the rovers also transports, commands and repairs drones. Here we have 4 out of a possible 8 this thing will hold, okay? I don't think the ship has a limit on them, which is pretty useful. You'll see that anything that looks after drones will have an area of influence around it. The drones have to be inside that to be able to do stuff, okay? So if for instance, I wanted the drones to go and get this metal here, they just wouldn't be able to because it's outside of their area of influence, all right? So what we could do here with the rover is come and click up here and move it up, and the game's paused, and that's why he's not moving, but there we go. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is a problem that I've seen quite a few people have, is that they can't get drones over to do what they want to do, and resources and things like that are a bit tricky. So let's take our rover here, and we're going to move the rover itself right over to here, okay? Now before a rover moves, you'll see that all of its drones will come on in. I think 3 of it are already there, but this little guy here, let's speed it up a little bit, will come and he'll get on, and once he's on, they'll head out. Okay, so this rover here has all of its drones with it. Okay, and drones are used for building, for moving stuff around. They're really, really useful little dudes, the drones are, okay? So we're going to place these over here so that they're out the way, okay? There we go, and as soon as he parks up where we've selected him, they'll pop out and they'll hang nearby. They charge up, by the way, nearby their little owner there, so that's fine. So say we want to build something over here, okay? I'm going to build a, we're going to leave you where you are, and I'm going to build a wind turbine, okay? Too far from a working drone commander. We're also in a bit of an unexplored sector. Let's see how far we are away from unexplored. Have we gone? Oh, we've gone quite far out. Okay, let's head back in again. Let's get you. Where are you? Road drone. Let's get you up to here. Okay, so we're going to put our wind turbine up here. Okay, and you'll get this little line above it here. There's a drone there, and it's saying that there are no drones nearby to help me get built. All right. This guy though, our rover, is going to head up here and put some drones nearby. Let's see what that looks like. And they're nearby. Now it's saying, okay, there's drones nearby, and they're going to come in and sort of get it ready to be built, but they can't get hold of the resources. The resources we've got, our concrete and our metal and all that, they're all the way over here. They're way out of this area of influence, okay? So the way we're going to do it is use our transport. Now we can micromanage this to hell, and we can select exactly what the transport is going to take over here to the wind turbine. It needs 4 concrete and a machine part. So what we can do is go to our little dude here, our little transport, and we can actually say, look, load resources, give command to load or harvest resources. If we click onto here, and we can actually choose what it's going to pick up, okay? If we left click, it's going to pick up all it can of concrete. If we control and left click, it will pick up 5. If we can keep control left clicking, it'll pick up 5, 10, 15, 20, and then a final right click, it will confirm and exit. So in this case, we would click maybe control left click once for concrete and control left click once for machine parts. So it'd have 5 concrete, 5 machine parts. We could then send it over there and it would have exactly what it would need. Now that's fine if you're only building one thing over there, but eventually you're going to have systems that require resources on a regular basis. There's going to be factory setup that turn metals into machine parts and things like that. In that case, what you're going to want to do is set up a transport route. We're going to do that now, even though it's overkill. We're going to set up a transport route just to show you how it's done. So we're going to click on our transport rover, and then we're going to click on create transport route. We're going to left click on our universal palette here, and we're going to select concrete. So it's going to start here, it's going to pick up as much concrete as it can, and it's going to come over here and dump them nearby. All right. and it'll start doing that. You'll see here, look, it's got concrete. It's picking up as much concrete as it can. Yeah, is it going to carry on doing that? Or have we cancelled it? So I might have cancelled it by accident then. We'll try that again just so you can see it. That's what I wanted to do. Pick up concrete, come over here, and drop it off nearby. Okay. And it's going to start doing that. There you go. So it's going to head over here. It's full of concrete. We can click other stuff now. We can carry on doing what we're going to do. This little guy is going to carry on doing that. Okay, so it's full up of concrete, look, and it's going to come over and it's going to dump all the concrete here. Now, this is massively overkill for this wind farm. We need 4 concrete, but you've got a building that turns concrete into, I don't know, food. That doesn't exist in the game, but, you know, you bringing over metal here, it's going to come and do that. All they've done here, these guys have put the 4 concrete they need there. But this guy is going to keep coming back and forth. He's going to keep doing that until either this one doesn't need concrete or this one doesn't have concrete. So one or the other, whichever one runs out, he's going to stop, he's going to hang out and stay there. So you'll see he picks up this 5 concrete here. And that's all there is there. So it takes it over. Let's speed it up so we can see it happen. And it'll move out the way of stuff. That's great. It'll find the fastest route it can. It'll drop off the 5 concrete here. And then it'll sit and wait. But if there then becomes more concrete here, he should, I think, actually just loses it. So you'd have to start that again. So you have to make sure that all of these supply chains are doing exactly what they need to do. There's plenty of concrete where it needs to be and where it's going. Okay, so there you go. That's how you set up a regular route for when you're looking at factories. But in the meantime, just using it singularly to get stuff across, that's the best way to do it. So we also need a machine part here for our little dude. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to demand it to pick up all of that concrete, because it really doesn't need it over here. It's a complete waste. So once we've got all of that, not quite enough, but never mind, we're going to bring that back over here. We're going to dump it here. In fact, that'll probably fill up, so we might need to get a concrete platform here as well, but we can do that. Let's just unload. In fact, yeah, hold on a second. We'll no, not there. We'll get a concrete platform down so we can see this properly. There we go. Concrete can come right next to it here, and you can unload your concrete onto there. Perfect. And eventually, when one of those little guys have got a minute, I'm pretty sure they'll come and grab this one as well. So we need machine parts, so let's do this really quick. Let's load resources from here. We need 1 machine part, so I'm going to control and click so he just picks up 5. Once he's got the 5, we're then going to click over here. Sorry, we're going to right click actually, unload resources to here. There we go. And it'll head over. Once he's where he needs to be, we'll go and get this explored as well. He'll drop down the machine parts. One of our little guys will fire into place, put the machine part there, and get the wind turbine built. So that's how you move resources around so that drones find it useful. Eventually what you're going to want to do is using your drone hubs, which you can either bring with you from the planet or eventually you'll get the technology to build them. You'll see these have a really large area. They also hold quite a few drones themselves, and they'll be able to carry on and run drones all over the place. But all your drones, remember, they'll be attached to a building or a ship, and they have to work through the area around it. There you go. Hope that helps. I know a lot of people have been having trouble with that, so hopefully that'll be useful. In the next episode, we'll carry on building this out here, and we'll look at getting some water, oxygen, and get everything we need ready for humans. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you can give us a like. It really does help out the channel, and if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, or suggestions, you can pop those down in the comments, and if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JohnTSparrow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.